Many founders focus on building the product, getting customers, and raising money. But one thing is often overlooked is protecting ownership and control of the business. That mistake can become very expensive later. I'll walk you through 5 core layers of that. The first layer of protection is external. That's registering the company properly, securing the domain, and protecting the brand where appropriate through trademarking. If you leave that too late, you make it easier for someone else to register similar branding or create confusion in the market. You also what play out between VDM and BLOD. The second layer is internal, having a proper founders agreement. If you are building with family and friends, that is even more important. A founders agreement should clearly spell out roles, equity split, decision making, vesting period, and cliff, and what happens if someone leaves. The third layer is share structure. Ownership and control are not always the same thing. Meta is a well-known example. Its Class A shares carries 1 vote per share, while its Class B shares carries 10 votes per share. Meta's filings also state that this dual class structure gives Mark Zuckerberg the ability to control outcomes on matters requiring shareholders' approval, even if he owns significantly less than the majority of the company's total shares. The fourth layer is governance. Creating a company and controlling it is not the same thing. Your board composition, voting rights, reserved matters, and shareholder agreements all shape who has an influence when major decisions need to be made. Founders often think only equity percentage, or I owed 100% or 70% means you control everything, but that can be diluted quickly with improper governance structure. The fifth layer is being careful about who holds power in your cap table. Diversifying ownership can reduce the risk of one shareholder having outsized influence. So, Brewdog's Equity for Punk campaign did raise money from a very large community of small investors, and Brewdog described it as a way for supporters to own a slice of the business. But later financing introduced preferred economics that changed outcomes materially for ordinary shareholders, which became painfully clear when retail investors were left with nothing. The lesson is not simply spread ownership widely. The real lesson is to understand share classes, investor right, liquidation preference from your first investment. The broader point is simple. Protecting your startup is not just about building the product, it's also about protecting the structure around the business. Because if you do not design that structure carefully from the beginning, you may discover later that you've built something valuable without fully protecting your place in it, and you can be kicked out of your company. See you on the next one.